Welcome everybody to Co-op Guild. This is Steve here, Kim.
Hi everyone.
We're here to show you a preview playthrough for ExoTerra by Wild Games. So this is an upcoming crowdfunding campaign where we'll be manning mechs, battling other mechs in this ongoing campaign adventure. Keep in mind what you see in this playthrough is a prototype, so all the components, artwork, rules, all that is subject to change, so let's give you an idea how the game plays. If you're interested in this game, go check the video description for a link to the crowdfunding page. But in this playthrough, we're going to jump straight into Scenario 2 to show you a little more of the advanced gameplay of this. So like I said, this is a campaign game where you will build your mech and customize it throughout the course of the play. Let's start off with the introduction for Scenario 2, or the Sortie 2 in this case.
In the turbulent wake of their arrival, the unit's directive is now to find and claim a defensible haven that could serve as a foothold for their operations. After reviewing the military infrastructure in the area, Command's gaze falls upon a Chalian storage installation that may suffice as a potential sanctuary. However, occupying the location is not without peril, as it houses a formidable regiment of combat drones. These adversaries must be destroyed, their metallic shells reduced to ruin before the facility can be fortified and claim its allegiance to the Pelmont cause. In the backdrop of this escalating conflict, the plight of the Chilean civilians unfurls, casting a pall over the theater of war. These innocents find themselves caught in the crossfire, their lives and homes threatened by the conflict. In stark contrast to the cold indifference exhibited by the Chilean oppressors during their occupation of Pelmont, we shall fight with a semblance of civility amidst the chaos. Thus, the unit's mission extends beyond the bounds of combat prowess, as they lend their hands to the noble task of aiding the local populace in their scramble for safety. The civilians initiate evacuation procedures to rescue their loved ones and salvage whatever fragments of their shattered lives can be salvaged. It is our duty to support them, to load essential supplies and treasured possessions onto transportation vehicles, acting as custodians of hope amidst the turmoil. Each family spared in the anguish of loss fuels the Pelmont cause. As they launch the sortie, each of the jacket pilots hold in their back of their mind that today's struggles for victory is not confined to the battlefield, but extends to the very essence of their humanity.
So that's going to set the stage for our mission today. We need to destroy all the enemy jackets and drone groups. And we lose the game if we all die. So we retreat basically in this game. So well, let's see if we can manage this and hopefully save some civilians along the way. So we do have this book up here, and there's actually two of them, and so they are unfolding side by side to create the map. So it's actually very easy to set up the map, and on top of that, you put different tiles and tokens to represent the mission. I've already got that set up in front of us. We also have our jackets. So these are the mechs we're controlling. We're controlling these two. I'll be running Sten. Kim will be running Gore. We'll look at those two in a second. And in addition to that, we do have two enemy jackets we'll be battling. So we're going to be battling Vicky, who's running a Brook mech or jacket, and Raboon, who's running a Brook as well. And so they are on the boards in these locations here. In addition to that, you will see we have a tracker here. So this is the timer for the game. So that little marker will be moving down this track, and we'll show you how that works. And bad things happen as we progress through the game. You may also see some other things on the board, for example, enemies that are here. So right now we've got this drone group, which is right here on the board. And we do have this codex. And the codex are interesting because they customize how the game is set up each time. So we'll look at the general stuff for the game first, then look at the codex, the special stuff, briefly look at our robots, and start playing the game. So this is the sortie book that shows you exactly what everything does. So we have ammo there, salvage, which we could go, get repairs to our basically random loot, basically comes down to it. And we have a storage installation we can interact with. You'll see that on the board. Civilian cities we can go save, because remember, they're evacuating as the battle's going on, so we can go help them. A drone control hub, so we can remotely control the drones, which is really cool. And a refueling station as well. So here's a quick look at the codex. So this is some random cards that come out basically with that campaign. You'll see as you play through the game. But this one says we reveal this card whenever we have this symbol on the board. So you see that symbol does appear down here. And so what we have to do is flip this card over, and we need to add two of these tokens on the board at that location. This becomes a shield generator we can interact with. So we can transfer shields from it. So it's something else we can interact with. Now, it does have rules for us and, of course, the enemy, because all of these tokens you see on the board not only can we interact with them, so can the enemy jackets as well. Now, the game will come with miniatures, and so we do have these printed miniatures, but it's a little bit easier to follow along if we use the standees laying face down. So we'll be using the standees here. So Kim will be running Gora, I'll be running Sten. So Kim has Gora, so let's take a quick look at that character. So this has a couple different things going on for it. So we do have this piece here. So this piece is actually going to cover up the onslaught section here. And basically what you can do is you can go into 2 different modes. That can actually slide down or slide up depending on what mode you're in, which is kind of cool. So it's going to give you access to different abilities. So the actions on top of that piece are always your standard actions. So it could be your movement. You spend countermeasures for different effects. We'll explain what countermeasures are a little bit. And of course your standard abilities down here. But you do have your special abilities here you can go into. And that's really cool trying to manage that state. In addition to that, Kim is also going to be running as Fra, the pilot. So this one does have special abilities here. So you can use these 2 abilities at some point in the game, and you can get them back when you do kind of a reset called baseline. So the other thing to look at, we do have what's called countermeasures here. These are kind of like defensive capabilities. We also have stats for each mech. So we have hull, chassis, and cybernetics. So we got to try to keep those up, otherwise
don't get destroyed.
Exactly, don't get destroyed. We'll have a reactor here, so this is energy. So every round we're going to get max 5 energy, and we can spend the energy to play cards, do abilities, all that fun stuff. That's going to control what we can do during our turn. You also see that we do have a deck of cards here. This is primarily played with deck of cards. So we have our deck here, and then we have a discard here called the cash, and then remove from game area, which is called the scrap. So at some point you can probably get the cash back into your deck, into what's called the arsenal. But generally the cards in your scrap, they're out. There may be some ways to get them back, but you'll see cards that do call it out. The other thing to look at is these baseline areas. So this is where you can put down cards that will stay in play. They are basically your ongoing effects. Of course, I'm running Sten, so here's my robot. So a little bit different. You can see his ability. I'm piling as Jax in this case. So they're very, very different robots, and not in addition to the decks of cards will be very different as you see how it plays. But we are also playing against 2 different enemy jackets. So, like I said, we have Raboon running a Bruick mech, our jacket, and Vicky as well. And so they've got their own stats and countermeasures, all that fun stuff. Hopefully we can blow them up and win the game. Now, in the previous campaign, we did have an event that happened where Raboon did get access to these shock rounds, so he was able to like raid a facility and get those. So he's a little bit upgraded as we fight him this second time around. Vicky is new, but she has flight school, so she is actually went to flight school with Raboon. So her card says if a jacket piloted by one of the pilots listed below is destroyed, aka Raboon, we flip this card. So she actually was in the same flight school as Raboon. So the cool thing is there's all the backstories interweaved in the cards and the mechanics as you play through the game. Now, if we do destroy Raboon, we'll have to flip over and see what happens. Okay, last thing I'll describe is the board and we'll start playing. So you can see there's different spaces. Anything that's a blue space like this here is just a normal space. Not much to it. Anything with white is basically difficult terrain. It's harder to move into it. It requires 2 movement to get into that space. If you see anything with green, this is basically a hidden area, or it's called concealment. You can draw a line of fire out of that spot, but not into that spot. So a good way to hide if you want to hide. Red spaces, you cannot see or move through them. The blue spaces, you can see through them, but you cannot move through them. Okay, move the water, right? So those are the basic ones on there. You might see other things on here. For example, there's mines here. And of course, all the facilities you can interact with. Like here's the drone control station. We have a city up here you can interact with, another city down here. Some salvage, some ammo laying around the place. So yeah, but you see that over the course of the game. Speaking of which, let's just start the play now. One thing I do want to mention is because we have 2 pilots in the same type of mech, and in order to discern them apart, I do have a cube. So the green cube is going to represent the green jacket at Raboon, and the white one's going to be Vicky down here. Now, in the actual game, there'll be stands to denote them, but we don't have the stands in this prototype. Okay, Kim. So Kim wants to go first. So on her turn, she's going to play all her cards she wants to do, and then after that, we're going to run through this. We're going to draw cards, pull a token, and you'll see some of the stuff later on in the game, but it goes pretty fast after that.
I'm going to be aggressive.
Uh-oh.
And this may be dumb, but I'm going to do it because I see these people need to get saved, and there's Ragoon right here. He's a pain in the behind. And I want to take him down quickly because he has these shock rounds and he's going to try to murder us.
Yeah.
So if you go back to the map here, I have 5 energy. I'll spend one
of the energy, perfect.
1 energy.
Yep.
I'm going to move 1 space over. I could move 2, but there's water in my way.
Okay.
So then I have to spend a yellow cube to booster jump.
So, yeah, how that works is these components can be used for blocking, but if you look down here, they can also be used for special effects. So Kim's using this. It's like an extra bonus. It doesn't use any of your energy, and this symbol next to it means you can jump over stuff. So normally you can't move across water, but this one she's implying, your thruster's going to fly over the lake. You can move 0 to 2 spaces from that position.
That's right. Shoo shoo. Booster rocket to here. Okay. Now I'm next to Ragoon.
Uh-oh. What does that mean?
I said Ragoon. It's Raboon. I'm not eating Chinese food. Then I'm going to play my scatter rifle.
Ooh, okay. Our guns blazing. So,
that's right.
So this, if you look at the top of it, does require 2 energy to use.
Okay.
Up here tells you how many cards are in the deck. And there's other symbols that kind of gives an idea of what characters can use what type of guns in the loadout. So Kim chose at the beginning of the game. But yeah, so she's going to use this. Down here, this is basically a symbol for muzzle. So it indicates an attack. Next to that, you see what it's going to do. So in this case, it's going to apply that red symbol as a negative effect. So apply the negative effect to him, and at the range of 0 to 2. After that, this means we're going to scrap this card. It is now removed from the game. So
For now,
exactly. Now, because you're within 0 to 2 of him, you can apply that effect. And so he's going to get this marker here. So that is a logic corruption. And basically what it means is when he tries to execute his code, he's not going to be able to do certain effects that require him to look at anything with a component requirement. And we'll see that a little bit later.
My next card will be my Plasma Hex Shield. So I'm going to gain a red cube.
Okay, so play this one here. Costs 1 energy. Yep. And this here, yeah, is red cube. So it's another one you can use. That can be used for close or for blocking as well. And if an enemy's within 2 has any negative effect, which it does.
That's right. I get an orange cube.
Yeah, a lot of countermeasures.
I'm planning. This is a preparation step, and hopefully he doesn't activate because I'm right there.
But you do have a lot of defense there building up, so that's good.
So that costs 1 more energy.
Yep, and that's going to go into your cash. Yep, perfect.
Yes. For my last energy, I'm going to just move into his spot in preparation to hurt him.
Slice and dice.
That's right. And hopefully Steve comes in and helps knock down some of this.
You just left me.
Well, I
just
said...
see you.
I said, follow me. Did you not hear the battle cry?
My comps weren't on at the time.
Okay. All right, so that's all my energy. The last one was to move just 1 of 2 spaces. Now, although I could jump over or move through him to get to those people.
You could actually do that if you want to use your jets to do that instead. Yep.
Or can I move through him?
Yes, you can move through him too. Yep.
Is that smarter to go on to the people?
What to do? Do you want to rescue people or shoot him?
Violence?
Violence, that's fine. I can come help with the people.
Okay.
So Kim's done with her turn. So we're now going to look at this. She's going to draw a card from her deck. And then specifically, she has this effect here, this negative effect. Basically, it's called a delayed condition. Means we're going to draw an extra token from the bag, and that goes away. But in this case, we don't have to worry about it right now. And then you're going to remove 1 of all your negative effects. So they do only last 1 time during your turn. So you do basically cool down a little bit. And now she's going to pull a chip. And then this is what's going to happen later. You see that later. And then we're going to flip the card after this. And then after everyone's passed, we'll reset the board and keep going. So Kim drew a mission token. So what that does is you're going to put these tokens onto this board. You put them on the top slots here. And how this works is you put them, any symbols that match, you put them on top of each other. But once you have 3 of these slots filled up, then the bad guys will go and we'll resolve all those tokens in order. And you'll see what happens later.
So you need 3 unique symbol
Correct.
tokens.
Yep. So Kim went. Now it's my time to go. So I have to play my cards and see if you just left me back there. So I got to come and help you out.
Please do.
So I'm going to spend 1 energy to move 2 spaces to get closer. So 1, 2. And I guess I need to jump over the water too.
And your valuable resources to catch up.
Wait for me. Fly over here. Okay, there. Now I'm closer to you. So that helps a little bit. I'm going to help you out with attacking now. So I'm going to spend 2 energy to play my repeater rifle. So here's my repeater rifle. See, it costs 2 energy. You've got 3 of them in the deck. This one, and that's how the damage works. So you see here, this is my muzzle, so it's my attack. It does have yellow on it, or orange. So I can choose, now it's 1 damage, it's either yellow or orange. And I can do that at range 0 to 2. Now if I choose to, I can spend an extra energy doing this attack, so I can spend 3 instead of 2, and gain another damage. I can maybe do 2 damage, which honestly I think I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And then after this card will get scrapped. So let me spend my extra energy to do the attack. And that does 2 accounts of yellow or orange damage. So how this works, we come down to here. Now if you notice that all of these components, they have 2 colors on them. So for example, if I want to attack this one here, the cybernetics, this is yellow or orange. So that can damage there. If I have orange damage, I could do this one here. Or if I have red, I could do this one here, or yellow, right? So this is red or orange, yellow and red, orange or yellow. Now, the kicker is, for the enemies, it becomes a little bit of a puzzle. I can't just attack their components directly, because if you see here, they've got countermeasures. So I need to get through the countermeasures. When there's no countermeasures there, then you can start attacking their components. So Kim's going after Raboon here, so I want to try to see if I can help her out to let her do the maximum amount of damage here. So what I'm going to do is, we have a choice. I can either go for this effect. Actually, I can go for any of those. I can knock down a little bit. So I'm going to choose 1 account of orange damage and 1 account of yellow damage to get rid of these 2 countermeasures from him. So now he's open to attack there. One thing I also mentioned, if you notice that there's actually a token here. If this component gets knocked down to 0, this gets added to the bag. So this will go trigger extra effects. So the cool thing is they all play a little bit differently, which is very, very neat. So some of the components you see, some of the tokens you see they're on the round tracker. So when we hit that marker, those will add to the bag. Other ones you might see actually on the different parts of them. So they get added in different ways. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to spend my last energy here down to 0. And I'm going to play my Ram Node armor plating. So if you look at this one does cost 1 energy to play. You notice down here, it's got a symbol down here. This means, and you can see here as well, it's attachment. This is going to go into my backplane. This is going to stay in play. So the cool thing about this one says, whenever an ability I perform causes an ally jacket to gain defenses, I gain, and these are just counters onto this card. So I'm going to put, basically, as I do that effect, I'm going to put black counters on here. And then at some point in the future, I can spend 1 energy in 2 of those, and then I can gain a red countermeasure. So I'm going to try to set up my tableau here to start building up my support here. So as you can tell, I'm playing a support character. Kim's playing a combat person, so... Okay, so done with my turn. Spend all my energy. I do get to draw a card. And then I don't have any negative effects to worry about. And then we can draw a token and this gets flipped over. So we drew a white activation. So at some point, that's going to trigger the white enemy jacket, which is Vicky. So Vicky's going to be going sometime soon. But now that we've both passed, we then need to do the effects on the back of this. When all players have passed, we get max energy to go back to 5. We end the round, and then we're going to flip this card over. And now either of us can go at this point.
I'm going to go again unless you have plans.
Nope. I think you got something in mind, so go ahead.
All right. Well, here's my Burn Igniters.
Okay.
So that's going to go into my back plane. I'm also going to build out my Violence.
So this one is expensive.
It's a pricey card. 3 energy, and it's going to hurt my Cybernetics 1, but it's fine.
So you take damage to your Cybernetics component to play this.
Because I had to think really hard about it.
When played, you're going to give 2 negative energy effects to a target in your space.
Which I'm with Raboon.
Yep.
So.
And now attacks you make against targets that have at least 1 negative effect gain accuracy. So what that means is, in this game, you've got red, orange, yellow, and gray damage types. And that's the order of them. So you could turn a red to an orange, orange to yellow, yellow to gray, or the other way around, gray to yellow, yellow to orange, orange to red. But so that's going to help you kind of mitigate or control how you're going to take out the countermeasures and how you're going to attack the different components. So make you more accurate, essentially. Poor Raboon's doing a lot of nasty effects.
You're slowing them up.
What did he ever do to you?
Oh,
That was the last campaign.
He knows.
He knows.
He knows. All right. Well, see, then I'm going to swing my Plasma Gladius at him.
Oh my goodness, you're just seeing red here.
Swords. That's all the rest of my energy.
Okay. So perform in any order. So you can choose to do a red damage in your spot, and then a gray and a yellow damage in your spot.
Yeah. Now, since I have the igniters, I can adjust that gray to something that's actually going to hit him.
Yeah.
So I have 3 damage coming at him.
Okay.
I could take out his cybernetics,
Ooh.
which would eliminate all these bad effects triggering in the future, which I think is nice, but it does add his token to the card. But I kind of think that's worth it. Do you think that's worth it?
I normally say yes, but you do have this logic malfunction, so that's going to shut this down anyway for a little bit. You can knock it down a bit, but I wouldn't destroy it completely.
Destroy it. I mean, I'm going to do 3 damage. So with my modifier, the gray is yellow.
Okay.
So I'm going to have yellow, yellow, and red. Red could be an orange, but I'm going to leave it alone.
Okay.
So then I'm going to hit this one down for 2.
Okay.
So it's at 1. I could modify the red to an orange and get rid of it. But instead I'm going to use the red to hit this one.
Okay. Now, you did 3 component damage. Whenever you do component damage to these jackets, you do get reputation. So there's reputation. You get 1 for each damage you do. Reputations you use between games to buy stuff for your mech and buy new mechs and all that fun stuff. It's all money for goodies.
That's right, because I'm popular. Sorry. It's been in my head all day.
But yeah, that's basically what you have. You can't do extra damage now if you really wanted to, but you don't need to. You would have to push yourself a little bit harder.
Okay, so I could push myself and spend a lot of my resources to knock him down even more, but then he drops scrap in his spot and he'll just pick it up. So I'm not going to do that just yet. So my turn is over. So I'm going to draw a card.
Okay.
I got a grenade. I have no negative red effects, and I'm going to draw a cube.
All right.
Draw a token. And, oh yeah, this is not great.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. So we have 3 unique icons, so they all are going to trip. The enemies are going.
That's right. So the first one, we're going to do more left to right, is a mission-specific one. So what we're going to do is we'll come to this, the book here for the Sortie. And we look down here. It's called Autonomous Awakening. We're getting hammered out here. Bring the drones installation online. So when we want to activate this, first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw and spawn tank drone at hex J4. So we're going to have another enemy popping out. And so basically, this is thematically those drones being launched that you heard from the beginning of the intro. And we need to destroy all these drones in addition to the 2 jackets. So let's do that first. So we're going to have a tank drone at J4. So add that tank drone here. And let's look at what those cards do. So here's the tank drone. And they do different things. So this one is a group. And what I mean by that is it's actually 2 tanks in one unit. So we're going to be putting these markers on them. So one's going to have 2 health. And the other is going to have 4 health. In order to destroy that unit completely, we have to destroy both of these. So I'll take 2 damage here, and we'll get the reward here if we destroy those 2. And then the bottom of it tells them what they're going to do. So in this case, they're going to move closer to us and basically blast us. But they're not going to do anything this turn. They're just spawning. So that one's discarded. So now we do the next one. So we do white. And white is actually going to be Vicky. Vicky wants part of the action. You see, her friend's calling for help.
That's right.
So how enemies work, they have behavior cards. We've got 3 unique cards for each of them. So we're going to draw one of them for Vicky and see what she does. She has Harry and Hound. First thing she's going to do is she's going to move 0 to 3 toward a player jacket within 3 range. To be within 3 range.
So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, because that's hard terrain, but I am within 3 range of that.
That's right. So step 2 here is to run a macro. And you see there's different types of macros in there. So the cool thing about this is there are red macros. So if we read red macro, we would do the Radal Rocket Pod followed by the Hellstrom Battery. Because basically the thing is you run across the cards like this. And there might be cards that activate in between them as well. It's like a little program. So the pilot in the mech or the jacket is going to have a unique ability each time. Now, the specific one we're looking at for this card, though, is black. So that is always referencing the gun. So she's going to fire her gun. Her gun is trying to do a red and yellow damage at 0 to 2. But, actually, Kim, you are out of range.
So your 100mm MG can't hit me.
Yeah.
Shots.
Take a shot. You hear the shot ring off in the distance, but nothing.
That's right.
Maybe hits the ground in front of you or something. So now she's going to do this next one. Now, this one is she's going to ignore terrain, move 0 to 3 towards the first applicable. So she's looking for the furthest hex containing a single player jacket within 3, or to move possible to shoot 0 to 1. As the furthest jacket is probably going to be me, because I think I'm kind of a little bit further from you.
Well, I mean, arguably, because she can't go to this spot because it's impassable, so she'd have to go around.
Well, normally she would, but this is the jumping symbol. So you can ignore terrain. She flies over the mountains.
Oh, well then she's just going to jump on top of you.
Yep. So
Okay.
she can land on my space, and she wants to say hi. Now, each space does have a max capacity. You can have a maximum of 3 jackets in a spot. And now that she has no red energy, negative effects, she is going to do her red macro. So now we have to do the red macro. So she's going to do the radar rocket pod. For each point of cybernetics I have, perform a red damage at 0 to 1. So, and that symbol next to it is piercing. So basically what it means is, if I was in cover, you can still hit me. So, unfortunately, it doesn't matter anyway. She's going to do that attack. And if you look at what she has on her board, she actually has 3 cybernetics. We haven't touched her at all, so that's going to be 3 red damage right coming at me. And so I guess I'll block 2 of it.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Yeah.
then take another hit on my my holy, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, because this is my red hit. So that hurt a lot.
Mm-hmm. But she keeps going, yes?
Yes, unfortunately she keeps going. So the fun doesn't end there. The next one is Hellstorm Battery. Her cybernetics is greater than 2. She's going to do another red damage. Targets up to 2 player units within range.
Oh, I'm going to take a red hit too.
Yeah, because you are within 1 space as well. So we'll both take another red hit.
I will block that with this red.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Ouch.
I might have to save you, Steve.
Okay. But are we done yet? No, we're not done yet. Now she's going to do her last thing. She's going to interact with something in her space. There's nothing in her space to interact with, so we can kind of skip that part. But she would choose this as priority to interact with.
Okay, she's done. She's done.
She's done.
All right, next is going to be Raboon.
Okay, so likely he's going to do some fun stuff too, right?
Yeah, but I've nerfed him a little bit, I hope.
You have nerfed him. So he's going to jump 0 to 4 towards a hex within 1 of the most player jackets, which, same spot you're in.
Yeah, just stay there.
If no reduce energy stuff, he's going to do this effect.
Yeah, but I gave him a reduced energy thing.
Yeah,
So
zapped
he
him.
doesn't do that.
Yep, but he's going to shoot his gun.
I mean, fine. So he also has the 100 mil.
Uh-huh. He's going to do a red and a yellow on you.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Good thing you saved some countermeasures.
I did. I'm going to take that. I might as well. Might as well just keep blocking while I can.
And now he's going to activate his green macro. So his green macro is going to be Vent Reactor. So he's going to give us negative effects. 0 to 1 targets all player jackets within range. Oh, perfect. I'm glad we're near each other. We're both going to get that.
So my running into the fray may have not been a great strategy.
So now we have to do his seismic sonar. The second part says if his countermeasure is greater than 1, all of these effects happen. However, because Kim was awesome, she gave him logic corruption, so he cannot do any effects that have requirements like that. So that doesn't do anything. And now he's going to do the last part of it. So he wants to interact with something in the space. There's nothing in the space. And now he's going to jump towards the furthest concealment without a player jacket within 3. So he's going to kind of run away from
Running
us.
away.
Yeah. So he's going to jump to the nearest concealment space. So we're going to move him there.
We're going to put him there.
All right. So he ran away from us. All right. Now that they've taken the action, he does lose 1 of each of these as well. So they get negative effects cooling off as well. But now the kicker is they only get rid of 1 of each type. So this one is going to linger. But that is all the badness that happened. So, okay.
So now we move the tracker up 1.
The tracker 1, exactly. All right, so it's my turn. That really hurt. So let's see if we can't help our situation a little bit. I am going to play Bastion Stance. So this one is going to require 2 of my 5 energy. We have 3 left. When played, I add 2 tokens to this. And whenever I perform an ability, cause an ally jacket to gain defense, I add 1 to this, which is really nice. If there's ever 0 on this, I do have to get rid of the card. But the nice thing is if I perform an attack at range 0, I can gain a gray countermeasure, which is amazing because it basically blocks anything. So I play Aegis Protocol, so I can choose a hex within 2, and I choose one of these options. Either we can gain some armor, or I can target an enemy or two enemies on the hex with a bunch of damage. I could try to target the mech in front of me, but the problem is it's gray damage. It doesn't really hurt them because they've got countermeasures, so I have to get through first. So I'm going to choose the first option. So I'm going to gain a gray countermeasure and 2 reputation. And then Kim also gains a gray countermeasure to help.
But I'm not on your hex.
Nope, but I can choose a hex within 2. So I'll have to choose a hex, so you gain that as well. So we both get that, which is nice because that's going to trigger my Bastion stance because I gave you something, so I get more tokens on here. And whenever that happens, I can put a cube on this, or a token on this, and you get to add a counter on your backplane, which you don't have anything backplane yet. So that's okay.
Not yet. I will. Hopefully, yes.
All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard a card and to change my stance. So I'm going to change my stance into my adaptation mode. So that looks like here. And now I still have 1 energy left. I want to do this ability, this one here. So it requires 2 energy. I can remove a red effect from an allied jacket within 2. But I only have 1 energy left. However, if we look over here, I can spend an orange cube to gain an energy for this round. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend my last energy plus that orange cube, the countermeasure, to remove 1 red from a allied jacket. So I'm going to heal you, Kim. So you can remove 1 of those.
Thank you very much.
So at least 1 person can start blocking in the future here.
That's right.
All right. But now I can't draw cards now while I'm in this mode, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. Hopefully he can protect me.
He'll be all right. He'll be all right. It's fine.
All right, end my turn. I don't draw a card. I do remove 1 of these tokens, and we pull a chip.
All right, we have a couple drones that would activate.
Okay. And then, Kim, you are up. Oh, wait, we actually both ended our turns, so that he's flipped back over. We go back to max energy.
I still see red. I'm going to go chase down Raboon.
Okay. You don't like how he ran away from you?
I don't, coward. Get back here. So I'm going to spend 1 to move 2. This is probably dumb. And you're going to get beat up all to heck by Vicky. I'm sorry. Then I'm going to play Bring the Hellfire.
Okay.
So that's 1 more energy, and that's going to go into my back plane.
Yep, because see the symbol down here means it goes into your ongoing spot.
So whenever I blast somebody at range 0 or attack them, I get to add counters. And this is something that you can put counters on.
Oh, good. And you get 3 of them. You can do an extra damage. Targets all enemy units within range. Ooh, nice. But you do catch the card when you use it. Okay.
That's fine. I'm going to use my grenade. So I'm going to throw my grenade, and I'm going to attack him.
Use the top option?
I'm using the top option.
Target up to 2 energies within range. There's only 1 guy in your spot. That's okay, though. But you do 1 red damage.
Okay. So I'm taking this last one out. It destroys his chassis. It falls to pieces onto the ground.
Yeah, there's actually a symbol underneath there. We actually drop salvage onto that spot. So that spot is going to get a salvage marker.
Okay. So that was 2 energy. So I have 1 energy left. I'm going to spend that energy and pick up his fallen body part.
So how this works is we would go to this sheet here. And you can see here, this is how you interact with everything on the board. So we come here. And if players interact with them, you look at the green spot, sorry. If enemies interact with them, you look at the red spot. I'm going to zoom into this. It's a little bit easier to see right here. Now, there is going to be a unique dice that you can roll that has these symbols on it, but we don't have this in the prototype, so we can roll a normal D12. And we've got the numbers assigned to it. So let's roll a D12 and see what we get. Okay. Kim, off the board. You can't see it.
Sorry, I rolled a 1.
There you go. So you get an ammo on the attacks, or you get to draw 2 cards.
Oh, I'm going to draw 2 cards because I don't want him to pick up the ammo.
Okay.
All right. But I am out of energy. So my turn is over. So I'm going to draw a card.
And just noting that we do remove that token from the hex, too.
Yes, I already did it.
Yep.
And then if I have a negative effect, I pull an extra... Or no, if I have a negative delay card or time card...
Yep.
I pull an extra one. I don't, but I can remove this bad thing.
Yep.
And then I pull a chip. Oh, he's gonna go. He wants revenge.
Oh boy.
It's all right. This part's dead. He's falling apart. It's fine.
All right. Looks like it's my turn. I'm in no no ability to combat at this point. So I'm just gonna run for it, honestly. So run away, bravely Sir Robin. So I'm gonna spend my. Go ahead.
I did forget something.
Oh.
I did forget. I'm interrupted. I brought the Hellfire, and I have to put a counter on this because it did a 0 ranged attack.
You did, yep.
So I'm going to put a counter on that. Sorry.
Sweet.
Go ahead. You can run and save the people.
Yep, that's what I'm going to do. So my first action is I'm going to move 2 spaces. So let's run away from Vicky. So bye. And run to the city. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, before I forget, is I don't want to be in this mode anymore. I got to draw some cards. So I'm going to get out of this mode, spend my second energy to go back into my normal mode, so no longer adaptation. Third energy is I'm going to interact with that city. Oh, sorry, actually, it requires 2 actions to do that. So if we do come look at the board here, it's 2 actions.
2 energy.
2 energy, sorry. And I aid civilians. I can choose one right now. So I can gain 3 reputation, and other players gain 1, or all players gain a countermeasure and a green accuracy. I would choose the second one.
Countermeasure and green accuracy.
Yeah, so we get boost here. So, which I guess does trigger my effects then, right? Because I gave you defense, so I guess I would gain some tokens down here.
The nice thing, Steve, that you might not have thought of is you are in a concealed space.
I'm hiding.
You're hiding. Vicky doesn't know that you went there. I mean, if that makes you feel any better.
Yeah. I do have a card to play, but I kind of want to save this until I have more energy. I'm just going to use an energy to draw a card instead. So I just need to get more options going here. Alright, so that's it. By end of my turn, I am going to draw another card. I finally remove my token here, so now we can block again. And then we draw another token. So hopefully they don't activate, but they probably will.
Probably going to. Yeah, because this is a different drone token.
That's right. So now the enemies are going to go. So the first one is, let's draw that first one, and it's going to be spiders and tanks. So if we look at the board, we do have tanks, 2 tanks on the board. So these 2 are going to go. So let's do this one up here closest to us. If we look at that guy, he has, he's going to move 0 to 2 towards, he wants to do a range attack of 0 to 1 against us. So he's moving 0 to 2 towards the closest target. So
he's gonna have to run around this way.
So he's gonna have to go here. There's 1, 2 like this because he can't go over the mountains or over the lakes. And then what he wants to do is he wants to do his attack at range 0 to 1, but no one's nearby, so nothing's gonna happen there.
Mm-hmm.
The other guy is this guy here. So we've got one of these guys. So the difference here is, see, we have an A token, so it's only this part. It's not a group of them. It's a little bit different. So this guy, he just doesn't move. So, and he's going to fire. So he's going to sit back there in that corner and just not basically do anything.
Things away.
Yeah,
all
exactly.
Right. All right, so the drones are done. So now Raboon is going to go.
Oh, boy.
And I am in a concealed spot with him, but he knows I'm there because we're together.
That's right.
I can't hide behind the single tree.
Here's Raboon. He's going to move 0 to 4 towards a possible 0 attack. Well, he's already in your spot.
Yeah, then he's going to shoot me.
And he's going to shoot you. So that gun does a red and a yellow. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to take the red. Well, wait, gray blocks anything.
Yep.
I'm going to block both of that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Steve, good job, teammate.
Okay, now he's going to trigger his red effects. So let's look at his red effects together. The first one is going to be Plasma Claws. So it's going to be red damage against you, and he's going to give you those 2 negative effects.
I have 1. I need another.
And his Hellstorm Battery is going to affect, if his countermeasures is greater than 2, he's going to do all the stuff, but
it's greater or equal to 2, which it is not. It's at 1.
It's at 1 because you knocked that down.
Yes!
That does nothing.
I'm messing with your systems, my man.
And now he's going to interact with something in the space, but there's nothing in his space to interact with.
Because I picked up your fallen arm.
That's right.
I have no pity.
Smack with him or something. Yeah, that's it. So he's done.
All right, good.
And he's still in your spot, so that's good.
Yeah, I'm going to just keep going at him. And then the next drone, we have walkers and spiders, which aren't on the board.
So nothing happens there.
Okay.
Okay. And the round marker moves forward. Okay, so...
that was the end of your turn.
Yep, so that's the end of my turn. I flip this over, and now we both pass. We flip over, and we can take our turns. So
I'm going to go against Raboon, but we did forget to take off his negative trait here.
Yeah.
So He's fine, but not for long, sucker.
We also forgot that he does have shock rounds, and I apologize. We did forget that his ability should have been causing us to discard cards. We'll try and remember that going from this point forward. Apologize to everyone.
All right, I am going to go. So I'm going to activate my nanite mesh underlay.
Ooh.
So I have to discard 2 cards.
Okay.
So discard these 2, spend 1 energy.
1 energy, yep.
Okay, that's going to my back plane.
Yep, and you add 1 token to this. Yep. When you perform an attack ability with a melee gear, you add 1 to it. Oh, and this lets you heal yourself. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Very nice. With these 2 energy here, I'm going to play my Gladius. However, I'm going to use my pilot skill. The next attack I perform at 0 range gains a yellow or a red attack.
Okay, yep.
So I'm going to use it as a plus yellow attack. I got to keep track of this.
Okay.
Then I play that for the 2 that I spent.
Yep.
This is gray, yellow, and red. I'm going to upgrade this yellow to an orange.
Okay.
The gray's not going to hit anyone.
With your accuracy.
With the accuracy here.
Yep. Yep.
So yellow, orange, and red. Like I said, the gray is going to waste, but that's fine. So yellow, orange, red. Yellow, orange, red. Hit that for 1.
Nice. And you get 1 reputation for that.
Steve brought up a good point. I have a negative energy, so I technically only have 1 energy left.
You draw a card, maybe?
And did I block at any point with this? No.
Oh, no, you're good.
I recently got that.
Yeah.
I am going to draw an extra card. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I'm going to put a marker on this one because I did a melee attack.
Okay.
And then I put a marker on this one because I did a melee attack. Can I spend this right away? I get 2. So if I discard these 2, I gain little defense here. Yep. Bam. And my last energy, I could run. No, I'm going to stay there. I'm going to draw a card.
Cool. Hey, end of turn, you draw a card.
Drawing a card. I get rid of these. Then I draw a token.
Only good things, right?
Oh, no. Another event. And then this flips over.
Okay.
All right, you're up.
I'm up. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play this energy deflectors card. Costs 1 energy, but I'm going to spend 2 of that instead. And I'm going to gain an orange and a gray cube because, you know what, I need the countermeasures because I'm worried here. I got a lot of damage. I don't heal like you do.
Let's just 1 time.
Okay. All right, that's my first card I'm going to do. I've got 3 energy left. I'm going to spend another energy to move 1 space. I'm going to move into that difficult terrain. And then I'm going to spend another energy to interact with that salvage. So let's go ahead and roll a die to see what we get for that salvage. So 2. Yeah, I'm going to put ammo on that hex for sure. And then I'm going to just pick the ammo up right away. That's my last energy. So if we look at what that does, I can remove that and I can return up to 2 cards from my cache or scrap on top of my arsenal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the repeater I did play earlier, this one. Remember, it's out of the game technically, but not anymore. It's going to go on top of my deck instead. So I don't think I have anything else gear-wise I can add there, unfortunately. Just that 1 card. All right, that's the end of my turn. I am going to draw a card, and guess what? Draw into that gun. Yeah, he's back. I'm back.
He's back, baby.
That's right.
And then your chip is the tank drones.
Okay, and then my turn is over, so I flip this over, flip it back. We're going to get our energy back, and then anyone can take their turns. Kim, I'm guessing you see blood.
I do. He's so close. Can I get him?
Can you do it?
I have gray attacks.
Okay, Kim's been doing all the damage to jackets, so I think I'll go first, and I will try to help out here.
Okay.
So let me go run and hide with 1 action. Let me run and hide into that space.
Are you coming in here?
No, into the conceals. Oh, yeah.
Where do you want to be? Here or here?
Yeah, I'll run to your space. That's right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll come join you. Go up close and personal. I'm going to spend 2 energy. And I'm going to play my repeater rifle here, which is, I'm going to spend a 3rd energy, actually. I'm down to 1. But that's okay. I'm going to do 2 of these attacks. So 2 yellow attacks is what I want. And that's going to hit him down twice.
1, 2, bam!
Okay, that part is destroyed. And now I have 1 energy left, which I think I'm just going to run for it. Run away! I did some damage.
Well, you gotta be careful because this tanker is coming this way, and he will shoot 0 to 1.
That's okay. Confirm.
Where are you
So let me
going?
spend one more energy. I'm going to move into the mountains there.
Right here?
Yep, difficult spot. Perfect.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the other cities so we can rescue them too. End of my turn, I do get to draw a card, and I drew into another repeater. That's great.
You drew into an event. Oh, so this is where it's different. It stacks because it's not unique.
That's right.
So we actually get to go again.
Yep. All right, Kim. Can you do it?
I shall. I have a plasma edge, which is a mini sword.
Okay, let's take a look at that one.
It's not the gladius. It's just a little baby knife.
So it does 1 yellow damage, range to 0. You may gain delay. If you do, it gains gray damage and either yellow or red.
I don't need it because I just need to hit him once.
Yep.
So 1 damage will do a yellow damage here. Bam, dead.
Awesome.
And then this doesn't matter because he's dead.
He's destroyed. That's right.
So I'm just gonna put that there.
Okay. Yep. Actually, we can pull this off because those tokens won't go back in the bag anymore because he's eliminated. Now, he's kind of eliminated. His jacket exploded, but he's still alive. So what happened is, if you notice on the board here, there's this little launch pad. We're going to spawn a rescue pickup pod. That's going to now start flying directly to that spot, pick him up, and leave him off the board.
That's like total Hunger Games. Go pick up the tributes in the middle of the arena. There you go.
Yep.
I get reputation for that. Did you get your reputation for hitting him?
Oh, I didn't. No, I should get my reputation. But yeah, you should get... Oh, I get 2 reputations.
I get 1.
Yep,
I hit
perfect.
him. Take that, Raboon. Now, he's down. Vicky has some sort of ties to him.
It says that if someone else is destroyed, Raboon is destroyed, right? If a jacket piloted by one of the pilots listed below is destroyed, which is true, we're going to flip this over.
You don't make it through the Ruby Jack training program without some close friends to help along the way.
That's right. And now her abilities gain orange.
Oh, she's mad.
She's angry.
She's angry.
We killed her friend. She's coming for us.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Mistakes might have been made. That's okay.
It's fine. Can I blow this thing up?
You can, but that is concealed. You have to spot it or have a concealed attack.
Okay.
But if you do that, they'll take trauma, and if you do it again, then they'll destroy it, and then you'll get a more advanced mech to go fight.
Okay. Well, I did close range damage, and that was a melee gear card, so I get counters on these.
Nice.
I'm going to play Viper Processor.
Okay.
So that's 1 energy and cost
1 cybernetic.
Cybernetic.
Yep.
Which is not great, but that's fine. So that goes into my backplane. Again, preparing.
Whenever you ability you perform destroys a drone, add a token to there, and you can spend energy 2 tokens to gain accuracy. That's nice. As long as there are 4 or more tokens on this, your abilities at range 0 gain an extra damage. That's cool of a type. So sweet. You learn how to kill stuff.
I'm murdering. I'm gonna spend a rocket boost.
Oh, interesting.
To jump here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna spend a movement just to go here.
Okay.
Passing the defenses I could pick up, which is tempting, but no. Then I'm gonna play my Colossus Pistons.
Okay.
For my last 2 energy.
Yep. So 2 great damage. Nice.
So I'm gonna target the first little baby drone of the group and destroy that little group.
Ah, okay. So you're gonna do 2 damage here. So 1, 2. So that one is destroyed. So you're gonna gain 2 reputation and a salvage gets dropped in that spot. So well done, Kim.
Excellent. Now, that's not a jacket, so this part doesn't trigger.
Correct.
But I destroyed a drone.
That's right.
So I get to add a counter here.
Yep.
This wasn't a melee weapon, so that doesn't happen. But I performed an attack at range 0, so this one triggers. This may have been suicide, but that's what I did.
We have destroyed the drone, so...
All right, so drawing a card.
Yep.
I have no negative counters. Then I'm going to put a token out.
Yep.
I don't know what...
White token.
A white token.
So that actually does nothing. It's going to be removed from the game after it activates. But now we have 3 unique tokens. We have to go through them. So first thing we're going to do is do the mission token. So we go back, look at the mission card, or mission instructions itself. We have to spawn a Tank 2 drone at hex I7. So I7's down here. Okay, so there's another drone coming, another tank coming out, and yeah, it's another group. We got lots of groups popping out.
Probably shouldn't have gone that way. This isn't great.
We have a lot of guys to deal with, which is gonna be fun for us, right? Right? Yeah. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, and then so that's all that happens for the red token. Now you notice we have another red token that stays there. We do not remove it from there, but we move the next token over, so it's a gray one. So the tanks are going to activate.
Uh-oh.
So we have this tank here is the one tank. So that one, if we look at his card, he's going to move 0-2.
Go into firing range, and then he's going to fire.
Yep, with an orange and yellow on you.
All right, I'm going to block the orange.
Yep.
I'll take this yellow.
Okay. So that's he's done.
Okay.
So now we're going to do the other ones. We got the 2 and this rock down here. This one doesn't move at all, but this one will move. So we can look at that guy. He is going to move 0-2 to be within range 1. So
he's going to go 0-2.
Yep. And he is actually within range. He's going to attack you. You're going to have to discard a card and take an orange damage.
Ooh. Oh, my plasma blade.
So.
Orange.
Okay.
Black. Okay.
And
he just shoots. Now, one thing, I flipped this card before I even thought about it.
Well, we're not done yet.
Oh, you're not done?
Yeah, because we drew that token, but now, go ahead, say what you're going to say.
Now, the Hunger Games pod comes and moves towards Raboon, they want to pick him up.
He's going to move 1 hex, so at the end of every turn. Okay.
All right, then I flip the card.
Yep. Okay.
And then this token is a nothing, and we take it out.
Yep. That's it.
And then I move this up.
Okay, I'm going to spend my first energy to move 2. So I'm going to move, and I'm going to come help you, Kim.
Thank you.
So let's move into this drone spot here. So he's got 4 health. Let's see if we can try to take him out if possible. I'm going to spend 2 energy, actually 3 energy, I lied, to do my repeater rifle. So it costs 2 energy to play, but I'm going to spend the extra energy. It's going to be 2 orange damage on him. So there we go. So that will be 2 damage on the number 1 guy. So he's down. He's got 2 life left. And then I'm just going to draw a card. Because I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's fine. We'll make it work. Okay, that's it for me. And then I draw another card, and we have to draw a token.
She's gonna go.
Yep, but now we do move this rocket closer. And we flip a card so anyone can go. Okay, so I'm going to spend 1 energy to play my resupply. Search my arsenal, my deck basically, or cache. But I'm going to search my deck for a gear card added to my hand. I'm going to shuffle it. Actually, you know what? How about I spend 2? Let's put some ammo down too. Why not? Let's put ammo within 1, and I'm going to gain some reputation. Let's put the ammo in our spot. I can get my guns back, hopefully. Okay. And the card I found was this one here, my Scatter Pods. So it costs 2 energy, which I'm going to play right now. And this is just going to launch rockets everywhere. So I can launch basically 3 rockets gray damage. So which is not good for the boss, but really good against drones. So I'm basically going to launch 3 attacks everywhere. So let's do 2 here. Boom, boom. Take out that guy. And I can do 1 more on, who's the other guy near us? Number 2. So I'll knock him down 1 level. So he's got 1 life left.
You destroyed a drone, Steve.
I destroyed a drone. Yep. You know what? I can actually spend 1 of these because I did a close combat attack to gain a great countermeasure to cue my Bastion stance, which is really nice. So we look at the card here. The second guy I destroyed, I just get 2 reputation for that. And I get this yellow card. So I don't drop salvage. Instead, I drop something special, which is really cool. So I'm going to draw 1 of these yellow cards. These are a reward card. And we'll see what this thing does. So that tank had a swarm launcher on him. 1 drawn, put this card in my backline right away. It cannot be interacted with by anything else. At the end of the sortie, I can return it. So basically, I've got 1. This mission, I can use it. You spend 2 energy to do 2 red damage at range 0. And then 2 red at 1 and 2 red at 2.
Wow, go kill Vicky.
Wow.
Go kill Vicky.
That's a lot. So that's going to be in my area right now. So I have 1 action left. I'm going to spend my last energy there to pick up that ammo token. So ammo token is going to let me look at any 2 gear cards in my discard pile and put on top. So I'm going to put that Scarapod back on top. You see what's coming. And then guess what? I'm going to draw into it.
Perfect.
So try to take out those drones. Let's go and pull that token.
I'm out of tokens, so I will reshuffle these. Tanks.
Okay. So the first red one is going to spawn a spider drone this time. So spider drone is this guy here. So another group. And he's going to spawn at hex C3. Alright, and then we have Vicky. She wants part of the action. She's going to choose Strategic Advance. So she's going to move 0 to 3 towards the first applicable. So the furthest hex containing a single player hex within 3.
That's us.
Yep. So can she do that? I guess is the question.
She's jumping there, right?
No, she doesn't jump there. She has to move.
She has to move. Oh,
Yeah.
she's got to go 1, 2, 3.
Yep, she can move there.
Oh, she sees her fallen comrade. Don't squish him with your giant boot.
Actually, she can move here though too.
The mine doesn't. Is
Yeah.
that going to blow her up?
Nope. No,
Oh, she ignores.
Yep. And then, but she's not within 0-1, but that's the closest one she can do. So now she's going to do her yellow macro. So her yellow macro is Blinding Flare. Someone in her spot is going to discard 2 cards, target all units in her spot. So
Nobody's there.
no one's there. Then she can use precision targeting. So she's going to gain a accuracy. And then if she had a green thing, she could do that a couple times, but she doesn't. So she gains accuracy. And now the card says we have to do the red macro. So she's going to do the radial rocket pod, but
0 to
we
1.
are
We're
too
out of
far away.
range. That's
Yep.
good.
And Hailstorm Battery is if her cybernetics is over 2,
That's true.
which is true. She's going to target up to 2 player units within range of 0 to 2.
That does happen. We take a red damage.
So she can hit both of us with red.
Yoink. Taking
Now-
a hit.
I do have gray, so I can block that one, fortunately. But Kim is taking the hit.
Taking a hit.
And then she's going to interact with something in her space, but there's nothing in her space. And then she's going to do her green macro now. She's doing all of her macros in this one. Her green one says...
Oh, just kidding. Her flight school ability. She also does orange damage.
Oh, she does, because she's angry.
She's angry that we
Okay.
we hurt her. All right, I can block that one.
That's right, good call.
All right. But now her... What is she doing?
She's going to retreat to cover. 0 to 3, move towards the furthest concealment hex within 3.
Which is back there.
Move all the way back there, okay.
Yep.
Back to the city. And then she's going to, if her cybernetics is greater than 1 and a player jack is within 3, she gains shields.
No.
Which is not true.
Okay.
She's learning, she would be trying to learn our systems. That's all she does, so she's done. And now we do the tanks. Tanks, is that tanks and spiders or just tanks?
Tanks and walkers.
Tanks and walkers. So just tanks go.
Yep. So this guy's gonna shoot us.
Yep. So that guy is, he's going to move 0 to 2 closer to us. He's not going to move because he's already in range. So he can shoot and discard, have someone discard card and orange damage. So I can take it.
Yeah.
You.
I'm.
You need
I have
some
no
shields.
shields.
You need some shields.
Help me.
Okay, that's fine. I can orange.
Orange.
Yep, I'll take an orange off, and then I do have to discard a card, which that's fine. I can do that.
Yep. And then this guy, as you figure that out, he's still shooting in this little bubble.
Yep, the other guy is too far away to hit us, so
Okay.
we do have to get him at some point.
Yep. And we don't have any walkers, so
That's it.
that's it on that one. And then this moves up 1
Yep, and then we also have to move the rocket closer. So
for the end of your turn.
yep,
Yeah.
end of turn. Okay, so my turn is over. Kim, you are up.
Okay. I have no cards.
Okay.
So,
There's a salvage in your spot. There's a chance you could draw a card from that salvage.
okay. Is that 2 energy, right?
1.
1 energy. I will salvage here. And
See what you roll. A 2. That's what you needed.
For real?
Yeah, you get 2 cards.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Ah, that was good. Okay. I'm going to do Devastation Strike.
Okay.
It's just 1 gray damage, 0 to 1.
Okay.
For 1 energy.
Yep.
So I'm going to hit this guy, the top one for 1.
Okay.
So it hits one of the tanks.
You can do this, destroy him,
I'm
right?
destroying the top tank.
Okay. So you can gain 2 reputation and a salvage drops in that spot.
Yep, so I get a counter here. Okay, then I'm going to move 1 to go here and spend 1 more to pick up some of these
She's not mind
shields.
controlling me. She's going to move this one.
Sorry, wrong guy. I'm going to pick up 1 of these to get some shields.
Yep. And you get an orange shield. So that is because of the codex here. So, but if you do that twice in a turn, you have to end your turn. So
Well, I only have 1 energy left. I might as well. You don't need
could.
it. You don't
Nah, I
need
don't
it,
need
do you?
it. You can take it. It's good.
Last energy, I will pick up the last shield because I need it.
You need countermeasures.
And I'm done.
Okay. And then you're going to go ahead.
I know, as much as I want to shoot that guy, I can't.
So draw your card, draw your token.
Ooh, I have a plasma edge. Token, spider, and tank. And this guy moves. And flipped.
Okay, and then we reset the round. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move, because I kind of have to be in his spot to make this thing work. So I'm going to spend 1 energy to move into that spot with that drone.
Do you want to try to mind control him to blow this guy up?
Tempting, but we've had other options for that too. So.
Okay.
Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 2 energy to fire my scatter pot again. So it's going to be 3 more damage. So let's take that guy down to 1. He's got 1 left. So I'm going to spend the last 2 energy to do just the base attack. So we haven't seen this yet, but actually on the card here, I can spend 2 energy for at range 0 to do 1 damage. And so that's just enough to take him out. So, okay. And that will then net me 2 reputation and another yellow card. So that yellow card I got was Adaptive Camouflage Panel. So one drawn, put in my back plane. I cannot be spotted. So spotting is we haven't talked about, but basically you can spot other enemies and then everybody during that round can draw a line of fire to them. So it's useful if someone's concealed. Someone can spot them and everyone can see through the concealment. But basically for an energy, I can gain 3 and put this back to the supply. So it gives me a lot of armor.
So Vicky doesn't know where you are at all. She's going to come after me, which is not great because you have all the armor.
Well, maybe she comes after me. We'll find out.
Okay.
End of turn, I do draw a card and we draw a token.
Another event.
And that is going to go here. So it's going to pick up our pilot. And so next turn, it is going to then take the pilot off the board. So I guess they're just going to fly right off the board, and we'll see him in a future play.
I'm going to move 1 to here with your spot.
Join me.
Join you. Actually, well, do I want to start? I'm going to go here first.
Okay.
Going to go there.
Yep.
Second one is salvaging.
Okay. So see what loot you get for that spot.
9.
A 9. So you're going to get 3 cards.
Oh, good. All right. I can do some damage to Vicky now coming up.
Good.
I'm going to move another time to be in your spot.
Okay.
And I'm going to salvage there.
Just taking all the loot.
I'm just preparing.
Looting up.
4.
4, you're going to gain a red and gray countermeasure.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Okay, come on, Vicky. I'm ready. I have 1 energy left, but I will draw a card with my last energy. Okay, and then end of turn, I draw a card. Trigger all the bad guys to go.
Yep. Oh, yeah, we have all of them.
Yep. I'm going to forget about this. Can I move this guy?
Yeah, you can move him right away. So
he's off the board or goes
he's off
back?
the board.
He's off the board. All right,
Yep.
He's done.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. The spider is going to go.
Okay. So they're going to move 0 to 2 to be within 0 to 2 of a target. So they
You
can go
here. And
yes.
we're in range.
We're in range. Yep. And so now they're going to attack with discarding a card and give us a negative energy effect and a yellow damage at us. So a lot of bad things coming at us for that attack.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll take it because I guess so.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll discard this card. I was going to try to heal you, but that's going to be really hard to do. I have to take all this damage. And then I can block the yellow. And then I do need to take that negative effect. So I'll be at less energy next turn I go. So my energy drops by 1.
And then tanks, but that's just that guy.
Yep.
Event.
Yep, we're going to spawn our last enemy, our Spider Drone 2 group. So this group's going to pop up, and they're going to spawn at hex F7.
Cool. Right here.
Oh boy, more friends.
Where's your scatter bomb again?
Don't have it. I used them. I need to get ammo to get them back. So, oh well. Okay, but they're done, and then we're done, right? Nothing else we have to worry about.
No,
right?
Vicky's gonna go now.
Yes.
This is not gonna be good.
Nope, not gonna be good. Okay, so what does Vicky want to do? Give us hugs, right? Move 0 to 3 towards the first player jacket within 3. She doesn't have any negative effects, so she's going to do her yellow activation there. That is actually yellow. My green screen is making it look weird. So her yellow activation. which is only good things, right?
Yep. Well, we're not
Actually,
in
it's
range,
okay.
so that's not bad. So blinding flare is if someone's in her range, you
Yep.
discard stuff. That's
Yep.
not great. She's gonna gain accuracy, and she doesn't have energy, so she wouldn't repeat that.
Okay. So she's got a lot of accuracy coming. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now we have to do the next part. We did that was the red part, the yellow activation. Now she can fire her gun.
0 to 2, which is true.
Yep.
And she's the flight school angry.
Yep.
So she's gonna do red, orange, and yellow attack.
Oh my goodness.
To both of us in
No,
that spot?
to one of us.
To one of us.
Do you want me to tank it, I guess?
I mean, I'm gonna go after her. So, I mean, like, I'm gonna chase her down now.
Okay.
So if you want to tank it this round, because I'm gonna go up.
Okay, I'll tank it. I'll take all the damage. There you go.
Okay.
Ouch!
Thanks.
And now we're gonna do the green now after that. So the green activation is so you can move 0 to 3 towards the furthest concealment hex within 3.
So she's just running back to the city.
Yep. And then she's going to do seismic sonar, which does nothing. Then she's going to interact with something there, which there's nothing there to interact with. Okay. So that's it for her.
So she just keeps running up, boom, and runs away.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, that is her though, and that's it. So.
And I move that up.
Okay.
Your turn.
My turn. Okay. I'm going to spend my first energy to use this adaptive camouflage panel because I need my stuff back.
Yeah. So you get what, 3 defense?
I get 3 defense, so 3 sensor countermeasures, which is good. Then I'm going to spend one of these to move, running away, run here to conceal, to go hide. And then I'm going to spend another, then I need another energy to interact with that, but I have to exhaust my pilot ability. Because I want to do that, my pilot's supposed to get out and go into the drone control hub. I can hack a drone, and I can activate the drone and choose its options. And I can remove that. So I'm going to remove one of these, because I used one of those activations. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to mind control. Hack into the spider drone 1, so this group.
Yes.
You see what I'm going to do?
I do see what you're doing.
Do it. Let's move them
you can move 0 to 2.
Yep.
1, 2.
Perfect. And let's take a shot at Vicky with that. So she's going to get a red damage effect on her.
I have it.
And then yellow damage on her as well. So let's hit one of her countermeasures.
Let's get rid of this one, because I want this cyber
to go down. There we go.
All right. Good job hacking, Steve.
Okay.
So did you take this one?
I took one of them off.
Okay.
Yep. Got 1 action left. Don't know what else to do with that action, so I think I'm just going to draw a card instead. Try to see if I can find more of those scatter pods. That's it for me. End of my turn. I draw another card. We have draw a token, and
get rid of your bad effect.
Oh, get rid of my bad effect. Right.
It's another drone card, or event token.
So I'm gonna spend 2 energy to move 4 spaces. So with that I can move up into her zone. So yeah, meander up there, run right up in front of her.
Did you go through the mine though?
Oh, yep, I went through the mine. So I'm gonna take a red damage, which you know what, that's okay. I'll just take the damage.
Block it?
Nope, I'm not gonna block it. Okay, fine, I'll block it.
Okay. And then the mine's removed because you blew it up?
Yep, I blew it up. Just ran through the mine.
Yep.
Rip that bandit off. I know we've been avoiding all game. So okay, now what we're gonna do is spend the rest of my energy, which is 3, to do a orange and yellow twice. So what I'm going to do is actually hit this open spot. So hit that twice down to 1. Because that hopefully is going to eliminate some of the potential damage she can do to us.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot, but some. And because I did an attack at 0, I do get to remove one of these to gain a gray sensor defense. Let's do that. All right, try and build up my defense because she might hit me hard. Okay, I am done. I'm going to draw a card, and then let's pull a token. Okay, Cam, you're up.
For my turn, I'm going to play Crack and Drive Core.
Okay.
That's 1 energy.
Yep.
Add 2 counters to a card in my backplane. I'm going to put it on my Viper processor. Now that this is at 4, all my attacks at range 0 gain strength.
Gain extra damage.
And extra damage.
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to go 1 energy, 2 energy. I'm with the spider.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to get rid of this other card in my backplane, this one here. Bring the Hellfire.
Okay.
It has at least 3 counters on it. I get to do an attack of yellow or orange at range 0 to every enemy on my spot. So that's 2 damage to each enemy because of the processor.
That is amazing. Super damage.
Super damage.
So all those guys are going to take 2 damage. You killed 1, 2, and this guy's got 2 life left. So you killed 2 drones with that 1 attack.
Sweet. And with the killed drone, each time a drone dies, I put a counter on the processor.
And you get 3 reputation and 2 salvage drops in that spot. So that is amazing, Kim.
3 reputation. Okay. I'm going to move 1 into your spot to say hi to Vicky. Okay. Playing my Gladius for my last 2 energy with my processor double damaging.
You do extra damage.
Adding 1 of each type of damage. So 2 red and 3 yellow.
Yes, because you're using accuracy to adjust one of them. Right. Yep.
Yes.
That's amazing. Or you can turn that red into an orange and do 2 oranges instead.
I think I'm going to change, and I'm going to ignore the gray then.
No, you can do both. You can change the red to an orange and the gray to yellow. So you can do 2 oranges and 3 yellows.
I'm going to do that because I can't get through this orange without that. So 2 orange and 3 yellows.
Yep.
2 orange.
Yep.
And a yellow.
Yep, you get 2 more yellows.
And a yellow destroys this.
Yep.
And 1, 2.
Wow, 3 more reputation.
All right. I don't know I think I might not be done. Hold on a second. That was a melee, so I get a marker here.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to spend the 2 to increase this.
Okay. Healing a little bit. That's good.
Heal a little bit.
That's good.
Okay.
You're technically out of energy, but you're still going.
I'm going to use this orange to buy more energy, so this is going to go back up to 1.
Okay.
Because I have another sword. It's my baby knife.
Okay.
So I'm just going to stab her with the little baby knife.
Okay.
Bam. And that's 2 yellows now.
That's 2 yellows, yes.
Yes. I could also then take a negative trait and I can gain a gray and a yellow or a red.
Yes.
So I think I might kill her. So 2 yellows, but I can change that to orange because she's got her negative effect and I have accuracy. So I'm going to change 2 yellows to 2 orange.
Okay.
That's going to go 1, 2. This section's dead. So that was this first part. The second part, I'm taking the negative trait.
So what you'll be taking as a delay counters, that means you're going to be drawing 2 tokens coming up here in a little bit.
That's fine. I see red. That's fine.
Okay.
So then this is a gray and red or yellow.
Yep.
So
the gray's not going to do anything.
Even though I could modify it. But the red is just 1 more right here. Bam! She's dead.
You did take her out, yes.
She's gone.
Wow.
She's gone.
Yeah, another reputation for that.
I don't know how many. That was like 2 or 3 more? Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, Kim. Well done. Well done. Let's go spawn her pickup.
Take that, Vicky.
Okay.
You know what? I have hardpoint. I get to search my card for a geared card, and that goes away. I'm going to take my super sword back.
For free?
For free.
Okay.
Get my sword back.
Okay.
All right, Vicky's dead. My turn is now officially over.
Okay.
Fine. Let me draw a card.
Yep.
Okay. I will pull out 2.
Now you have to do this to get rid of 1 token.
Yep.
Yep. And then that goes away. Yep. So you can draw 2 tokens.
I'm drawing 2 right now.
Yep. Oh, okay. Those come out. They don't do anything. She's dead.
She's dead. Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, forgot.
So draw 2 more.
She's dead. Okay. We have the spiders and walkers.
Okay, so now we have to activate all that stuff. So the red one says, if we look at the scenario, it actually changes a little bit. It says here, if we can't spawn anything, we have to drop a component by 2. So every time we reactivate it, we have to drop a component, which is not good, because I'm hurting. And this is down to 1 now for me. A single component has to drop 2.
I'm going to do this one.
Okay. Yeah, so we're definitely hurting. Okay, so that's the red one.
It's fine.
And then the drones are going to have to go.
So spiders.
Okay, so that's 1 spider.
He's going to shoot. We're in range.
Yep, so he's going to attack at... someone's going to discard a card, get a negative effect, and take a yellow damage. I'm guessing you want me to do that. So...
You have... Well,
I'll take it. I'll block it.
All right.
I get -1 here, so... And I have to discard a card. So that's what it is. So, all right. And then the other ones is down here, so they're going to go. So they will move 0-2 to be 1-0-2 if they can.
Okay, that's as far as they go.
Yep, that's it. And the other guy can't. Well, he doesn't activate anyway.
Okay. So
next token up there.
Walker and Spider. So Spider's going to go again.
He's going to attack again. I guess
I can do that one. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. I will block that, and then I have to discard a card.
Yep. And then this guy is going to move 2 right here, and then he's going to shoot at us because now he's within range. Because, yeah.
Cool.
And he's going to do a red damage and an energy as well. So I guess I'll take that other hit. So oh, you want to take it?
I can.
Okay.
Did you give me that?
Yep. Oh. There's another one for you.
Okay, I'll block the red. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. All right, and then this ship moves or just comes to play?
He moves. Yep, he moves 1 space.
I'm gonna go there, and then I flip.
Actually, this can. Yeah, that's fine.
And this moves, but she's dead. Doesn't matter.
Okay, we both pass. We flip back over, and we go up. So I have 4 energy.
I have 3.
I would like to go.
Sure.
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spend 2 of that energy to do my swarm launcher. So this one I can do 2 red and another 2 red at 0, 1, and 2 range. So at 0 range,
both of them.
Does nothing, but I can hit the other 2, which is nice. So yeah, they're going to take 2, so that one is going to die. The other one, that dies and 1 life, and then this one's at 2 life. So I did kill a couple of things in that attack. So I'm going to get 5 reputation and a yellow card for that. So I found the fusion core with that one. I can spend an energy to gain, oh my gosh, all this energy.
You should just do that and then kill this other drone, and then we'll sprint to the tank on the bottom.
I'm gonna use that right away. I get 5 energy. Alright, I got the 5 energy from that one, which is a lot. Okay, we still have a little bit of damage on that guy, unfortunately. So he's got 2 and 1 life left on that.
You can kill him. You just got 5 energy. Take him out.
I'll spend my last energy plus 1 of these to make this thing work, because I'm going to fire my repeater. So this is 0-2, which I have range. Oh, no, I can't see him. Hold on. I have to spend 1 energy to move into a spot first. I have to move into a spot to be able to do the next attack, but actually I did screw up. I couldn't have attacked him last time with my swarm launcher because he's in concealment, but I could have done it now with the same effect.
Yeah. Because
I can attack from that spot outwards. So we'll just continue going on. But I'm moving that spot, and then I can do my repeater rifle. So it's going to be 2 yellow, 2 damage on a target here. So let's take out the bottom drone here. So again, another yellow card. We'll drop a salvage there, and I get 1 reputation. So I found a nanite fabricator. So I spend it to get stuff back. Okay, I'm just going to do that right now because I need health. I'm going to get 1 of everything back. So all the health, because I'm worried about that mission event. So. Okay.
Yep. You have energy to spend. Spend 2 energy to take the last damage on that spider out.
Oh, yeah, I can definitely do that.
Basic attack.
There you go, basic attack.
He is dead.
And he's destroyed. So salvage drops, and we get 3 more reputation.
Man, there's so many goodies over here, Steve.
All the goodies!
Good job. Wow, you just went to town on those spiders. That's great. So now all we have to do...
Well, I'm going to remove one of these here to gain some shields here. So, okay. I need it.
Can you give me any shields?
Not right now.
No? All right. All we have to do is sprint and kill this guy.
That's right.
Okay.
Before when we both die. So, okay. I draw a card, and I remove this marker, and...
it's my turn.
That ship is going to fly closer. So, and it's your turn.
All right. I drew a thing for you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I only have 3 energy because of these things. Okay, so 1 energy, I'm going to go where you are.
Okay.
1 second energy, I'm going to salvage here.
Okay.
Let's see what I get. 6.
With the 6, you get a red and a gray.
Yes.
So more countermeasures.
Perfect. Okay, I have 1 more energy. I'm going to just run down to this guy here.
Okay. That's it.
And that is it. So then I draw my last card. I will get rid of this.
And the ship is going to move closer.
Here. Okay.
The question is, can you get there?
I'm going to have 4 energy.
You might be the best one to get
I will
there.
go.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to spend 2 energy to go here. Bam. Oh, no, I can't. That's 5 energy because that's a difficult
you need
terrain.
3 energy to get there.
So I have 1 energy left. Oh, I got him. Because...
Oh, you just need 1 damage.
Yeah.
You get +1.
Yeah. So I'm going to spend 1 energy, which is my last one, and my red cube. And because I have double damage, this is 2 red attack.
Oh, you're doing this. Show everyone what that means. So you're using the this countermeasure here.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
To do 2 red damage because your special ability adds an extra 1, which is awesome because
he's dead.
He's dead. He's got 2 damage, and you get 2 reputation, and that's the end of it. Wow, that got aggressive at the end.
This goes right. Yeah, I just really wanted to murder Vicky. That's really all I wanted to do.
That's right. Okay, that's the conclusion. So what happened, Kim?
After the dust settled on the shredded battlefield, we set to work clearing the captured installation of debris. Twisted beams jutted up like an industrial forest of lightning-blasted trees. A few smoldering craters still hissed with oily smoke. Amidst the wreckage, we found a few crates with important-looking markings. Nestled inside were rows of black boxes. The plastic shells felt cool against my palms as I inspected one, only realizing what it was when I saw the tangles of computational brains and sinew on the inside, an AI copilot module. It took hours to decrypt the Chilean silangs, but we figured out how to make the copilots compatible with our JOS. The constructs were basic, but they would be a tremendous help in our upcoming battles, keeping us frosty when the fear crept in and the telemetry of combat became overwhelming. Who knows, perhaps our Chilean contacts can even cook up some more advanced copilots for us. So far, things were progressing just how Command drew it up. Nothing in our orders gave a designation or code name for our new foothold, but the name came easy to us. After all we'd endured in this war, this place could only be called Virtue Garrison.
Cool. So now we get the reward for this. So we're going to gain 10 reputation each, which is awesome. We're going to shuffle some cards into the general supply. So basically, we can have more cards to buy for our decks. So some of the cards are generic, some of them are specific to different corporations, and different corporations can be attached to certain mechs. So it has a lot of variety in there. We add a codex into our codex book. You saw the codex earlier where we add an extra token on the board, so it's going to add some variety there. But the one thing that's really cool, we added this macro to our supply, so the Grateful macro. So remember I said that these can go in place of the enemy activations. So if we look at one of them, for example, this one, Vicky. Now if you look at this is a yellow macro, so it would go between it. So if she did yellow, she'd do Blinding Flare, Grateful, and then Precision Targeting. The cool thing about this one, it says all player jackets within 2 range draw a card. This is actually helpful to us because we rescued some civilians, and Vicky's like, you know what? She's going to help us out a little bit, even though she's going to fight with us too, which is really, really cool.
I hate you, but here's some help.
Exactly. So, she had some sympathy for us saving the civilians, basically what comes. And we're going to move on to Sortie 3. So we'll do some leveling up and do the next Sortie. But that, my friends, is going to end this playthrough. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. We'll do our best to answer them. And of course, go check out the campaign page. I'll have a link in that description as well for ExoTerra.
So thanks everyone for watching and hanging out with us. Special thanks to our Patreon and Ko-Fi members. If you do want to support the channel and see anything that you like, hang out with us in our Discord. Go check out Patreon and Ko-Fi. We greatly appreciate it. But if not, that's totally fine. Just come enjoy board games. So thanks again.
We'll see you next time at the guild.
Bye.
Bye-bye.